Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic old school Bakugan unboxing. So we got this Bakugan all wrapped up and such, but it's a special one, dude. What we got is, holy freaking crap, it is this, man, and this hits in the heart in a major way. So what we have is the epic Bakugan Mechtanium Surge, Baku Sky Raider, Baku Cyclone Strike is technically called. Orbeum. So it is Haos Orbeum. So they did like the kind of Baku Cyclone Strike, Baku Camo Storm, type things with the very end of the first era of Bakugan. So anybody who doesn't know, Mechtanium Surge is Season 4. It was Season 4 of the original era of Bakugan, notoriously known for like the Metal Bakugan. Well, it was split into two arcs. The first arc having the Metal Bakugan and such with the die cast metal, but then they stopped actually putting the die cast in them and then just made painted plastic, like silver plastic, for them. It is what it is. And then for also known for being where Baku Nano were starting to come in, Baku Nano, the Mechtanium Titans, all being big time things with it, all introduced with this season. But then the second half having the Sky Raiders, which were the Bakugan that jumped up when they actually, land on the gate card. So when they stood, it was actually, instead of saying Bakugan stand, they said Baku Sky Raider jump, because they actually jumped up in the air. But yeah, so at the very tail end, now with the last waves, they were doing like these things, Baku Cyclone Strike and Baku Camo Storm and such, like different theme colors for them. So it wouldn't be the exact attribute you would think it would be just looking at it at the beginning, man. They're super duper like kind of misleading. They looked cool, but they're misleading in the context of like you can't look at them and think like, oh hey, because if you look at it, you would think like, is it Subterra, is it Ventus maybe? Nah, it's Haos, man. But yeah, overall still really really cool. And I remember actually picking these up on the shelves and such. You know, it was like right before, it was around the time period where it was right before I started my channel, but it was like getting into Beyblade and everything. It was right before I started the channel, but didn't actually start it, so I got the products and was like opening them and such. But obviously not making vids or anything. But yeah, dude, just so sick. I like the color patterns they actually had for like the Cyclone Strike and Camo Storm Bakugan and such. But yeah, Orbeum being one of the Bakugan that we saw debut in Season 4, the second half of Season 4, because he was with Jackor. It was basically Jackor, who was Shun's Bakugan, and then Skytrus and Orbeum. They were both darkest Bakugan, but then like the Ventus of Jackor and such. But yeah, overall it looks really, really sick, dude. So now, after getting into the details of it, just look at that. See, it jumps up. That's the whole gimmick for the Sky Raiders. Honestly, really, really cool gimmick. The only thing is that like some of them, they didn't want to close up with that crazy powerful spring, and it made it where like they just wouldn't stay closed. A very select few though, not all of them, but yeah, man. In general, just so sick. So let's see. I don't know if they showed off anything on the back. Nope. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, and like I said, if you're wondering where I got this from, I got it from Can. The link to his page and such will be in the description. All you gotta do is go and hit him up if you're interested in opening old school Bakugan that are new in box, man. Like, yeah, it's a way of getting old school Bakugan, but also getting old school Bakugan, like, new in box, dude. Like, you can't beat it. For real, you can't. But, yeah, so, now we got all the cards that come with it. I'm just gonna do the whole, opening thing for it. Let me see. There we go. Alright, so now getting into it. We got these cards right here. So it says Baku Sky Raiders, a light jumper. Play before your first roll. Put this card face up anywhere in the field other than, on top of a gate card. On any turn a Baku Sky Raider jumps and lands on this card, it gains G power based on its attribute. So literally you gotta roll and make sure it like jumps. And you can put it anywhere on the field. This has got to jump and like land on it in order to get that bonus. But yeah, overall, kind of cool gimmick with the Sky Raiders. And then you see Crowl right there putting in that work, man. Like, Crowl is such a cool design, man. Haos Crowl looking so cool. And having that aura around it, it's badass. And it's actually got two of them. So it's got in, like, different languages, because international packaging and such. We saw this with some of the releases, even with the beginning of Bakugan with the reboot, having different, like, languages and such with it. I think it still does, and yeah, especially like the packaging now for like evolutions and such, because international, international distribution, all that good stuff. But yeah, anyways, we got to get into the gate card. So let's see here. Yo, check it out. It's Spyron. That's really awesome, man. So that's yeah, it's the actual like ball design for Spyron. But West Skunkland. Did y'all just say California? I don't know. I don't know. But if the winner of this battle wins by more than 700 Gs, that's crazy, man. Like 700 Gs. The winner reduces by one the number of gate cards he needs to win the game. So literally, it could be like, yeah, I only need 2 gate cards to win the game now, because normally it's 3. Now I only need 2. If it wins by a lot, which is crazy, dude. It shows the power creep, even with the mechanisms and stuff. Like winning by 700, that shows the power creep. They had to switch up things just to keep up with like that creep, but it was sad because it made everything before obsolete pretty much, because just like the power of these Bakugan, like the power of this Orbeum is gonna be up there. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks 1,000 very easily, because yeah, they got really crazy with the Bakugan, like with Mechtanium Surge, Gundalian Invaders for sure, but Mechtanium Surge, they just made them straight over the 1,000 mark, and it's like, holy hell. Some of them being like 800s and 900s, but then some of them getting up to like 1,200. Aquos Infinity Helios can get up to 1,200 right away, and it's freaking insane. But yeah, so now we've got the Cyclone Strike. Well, Baku Cyclone Strike. Haos Orbeum, man. So yeah, the Cyclone Strike, they have like the brown and also the green with them. So that's the color pattern for the Cyclone Strike. And then the Camo Storm being the ones with like more like the gray, white, and black that look like a camouflage grid kind of. But yeah, Orbeum overall looking really, really sick. It's got the ears right there because, Orbeum being basically like doggo. Skytress being like the flying bird, and then Orbeum being the doggo on the land. So yeah, and then Jackor being like their friend and such. That's the ninja. Well, they're all ninjas, but. But yeah, man, anyways, let's see. The manual part back there is the tail. Then it's also got these points on the outside, if I can actually get them. So one there, and then one there. And this is also so it can make like the combined version, because Jackor, Skytress, Orbeum, you can combine them together, because they did like Bakugan Unite, like kind of the Bakugan fusions, except instead of like the mutant fusions, it's like a similar thing, except they just made it where the figures, you put them all together and they can actually do that fusion. If I can get this part out of there. I have no nails. Oh my goodness. Maybe. Maybe. What the fuck? It's a tough boy to get out. All right, there we go. But yeah, so it's the bottom part is supposed to be like the base, so it actually makes it where like the arms go back like this. The way it's shaped, it's supposed to be like you put those in, and then Jackor is the middle, and then Skytress is at the top, and it's like the wings, and that's how you make the full combined version. But yeah, overall, it looks really, really sick, dude. So you can have it where like these parts go out as well. It's just like it's a little tight right now. I don't want to force it to go out. There we go. You see, and that's what makes like the strong base on the bottom. Overall, definitely innovative, because having this really dope design for Orbeum, but then also having it where it's a part of the Bakugan combiner. But yeah, dude. So overall, there is Orbeum, the epic Cyclone Strike version. So of course, Haos right there. You see, it's not a misprint or anything. It's actually Haos. But yeah. So let's see. Got to see that G power, which is definitely right there. I'm telling you, you're gonna be shocked at this. This thing's gonna be wild. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over that realm. Yep. 1020. 1,020 Gs, man. So breaking 1,000 right out of the gate literally makes everything before like obsolete, because like you got older Bakugan. Even if you have older Bakugan with like battle gear attached, with mobile assault vehicles attached, with Baku Nano attached, they still would just get up to this level, even like stacking all those things together, and then it just comes out of here like, hi, that tickles. But yeah, overall it does look really, really cool, man. The power creep may have been insane, but the designs were still really, really awesome at this point. But yeah, the way to close it up, let's see. I'm going to put in the manual parts first. Let's see here, bop, and then push those up. Put that tail part in. Push that together. Got to make sure it like fits together. Like I said, they just got like, they still had big time detail with the Bakugan, and Orbeum has such a unique design. The head in, the tail in, and then these in, and then just the feet part. So let's see. Gotta make sure it's all closed in snug. That tail not wanting to stay in. I think we got it. Yeah, maybe. All right, so I'll just set it on there. Maybe that'll help. That tail's being a little stubborn right now. Let's see. Maybe if I put the wing in first and then the tail. Yeah, they're a little tricky to close a bit, so you got to get it like the right way. That's just the thing with like the Sky Raiders, like that prong right there. That's the thing. The quality for them with the Sky Raiders, it slipped a little bit because, like, you know, them just not staying closed. Like, you know, with this one, it seems like the issue might be with the tail. But there we go. All right. So it is a little touchy, but there is Orbeum in the closed ball form, man. Looking really, really awesome. So, yeah. The Baku Cyclone Strike version of Orbeum. Baku Cyclone Strike Haos Orbeum. Looking really, really sick, dude. The only bad part, like I said, you see right down there, it's flat. It's got this bar sticking out. And that's one of the issues with, like, the Bakugan at this time period. Because they have, like, the bars and stuff. It made it tougher to roll them. So, you got to try to spin roll this bad boy. Because straight up rolling it's going to be really difficult. Unless you roll, like, backward. And even then, it's still got this bar right there surrounding it. So yeah, that's one thing I enjoy with like the reboot. They made basically all the Bakugan, you know, this way. Not many of them. Like a couple of them having points stick out. So like, you know how Hyper Drago was, the evolution for Drago in the first season, like Battle Planet. May have had the bar stick out, but you could still roll it straight up. You just can't like, you know, roll it on the side or anything. But you could just straight up roll it, and that made it honestly easier to roll them that way because it still directed it. But yeah, in this case, it was just kind of eh. But now, we got to get into that opening action. So 3, 2, 1. If I can get it. All right, let's see. It's gonna be difficult. Spin roll. Hey, there we go. He did that backflip, man. They jumped big time. He landed on his head, though, so that's why he didn't open, like, all the way. But yes, Baku Sky Raider, jump. But overall, this Baku Cyclone Orbeum looking so cool, man. But yeah, so anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review on this absolutely epic Bakugan Mechtanium Surge, Baku Cyclone Strike, Haos Orbeum. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay awesome and Bakugan Brawl. I'm up out of here.